And they had perfect weather to be outside and parading through the streets. You know, I love a good second line. So
nice.
Yeah, the weather was good. And I went to the Saints game. And it's freezing inside the dome.
Oh, of course.
It is freezing in there.
Of course. All summer long, it's like 55 degrees if you're indoors.
You need a jacket in there. But outside, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I've been giving you kudos all week.
I know. You're not going to like me on Thanksgiving.
Oh, wait, what's happening?
It's getting cold.
No, I'm okay with the cold.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. That's the people here. They want it to be hot. But I would like to bundle up.
You're like me. I kind of like everything.
I just need to know it's going to be cold so that I can put the jacket on.
Gotcha. Yes, that's important. So yes, Thursday, that's the day. Friday also kind of chilly, and then we're back in the 70s, I think, for next weekend. But highs Thursday and Friday only in the 60s. Today, 70s were our highs, and we're warming right back up into the 80s tomorrow and Tuesday. So to me, man, if you're out in the sun, walking around doing something, it's kind of like that sweaty summer or at least spring feel. But today, we finally got a little bit of that cooler, drier air. So a difference, certainly a lot of us were feeling today compared to the past couple of days when we were in the mid 80s. We do expect a few spotty storms on Tuesday. That's really the only hazardous kind of weather that we're looking at this week. I'll show you in a second. And then we have a big cold front moving in on Wednesday, just in time for the New Orleans area to feel chilly and holiday-like for Thanksgiving this year. Not always the case. 72 moving into this evening. Our temperatures on the North Shore chillier in the 60s, spots south of the lake, 60s to lower 70s. And here is our front that we got last night and early this morning. It pressed just south of our coast. That's why we had that different feel today with 70s instead of 80s. We're starting to see a few of these high clouds filtering in from the west. And then as we look at our Tuesday severe weather outlook, this is not for tonight or tomorrow, but for Tuesday, I'm jumping ahead here. We have a low end risk, level 1 risk for a couple of strong to possibly severe storms. The main thing I think would just be a high wind gust or two with a couple of these storms, but especially farther north over into parts of Mississippi, the more likely area for any severe weather. Let me show you as we jump into Precisioncast here. This is Monday morning. That cool front bounces right back north as a warm front. So that's why tomorrow we're back in the lower 80s. Tomorrow I have a slight chance of rain, about 20%. This is about all our models are coming up with. A couple of isolated showers on Monday. Now we jump ahead to Tuesday, and these are some rather strong storms off to our north. So again, the higher chance for any really strong weather, I think, is into Mississippi to our north. But look at us down here in Louisiana and coastal Mississippi looking at 8 a.m. Tuesday. Couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two, but anything again stronger probably removed to the north as the main energy with the system remains there. This is by 11 o'clock Tuesday. This is not an all-day rain at all. And in fact, I think some of us will not see any rain at all in the daytime hours or the nighttime hours on Tuesday. This is 4 p.m. Tuesday, shower or two possible. And then the rain passes east, and we're set up for cooler air to then follow as we head into Wednesday, and then maybe another front moving in, another kind of push of that dry, cool air as we move into Thanksgiving Day. How much rain are we talking about? We've got abnormally dry or drought conditions across a huge chunk of our area right now. It's been mainly dry for a long time. Our 5-day rainfall forecast shows Dallas, Arklatex kind of region getting maybe a couple of inches of rain, maybe North Louisiana an inch or two. But where we are, it is not looking like a whole lot of rain with this system. Even if you do get one of the stronger storms, it might just dump a quick quarter inch of rain and then be out of here. And I do think these are kind of optimistic numbers as well, because really all we have is that rain chance mainly on Tuesday, very slight chance on Monday. And it doesn't look like it'll be hanging around for long. Tonight, upper 50s to 60s or even lower 50s possible north of the lake. Tomorrow, we're in the 80s with sun and clouds, and a peek at your Thanksgiving forecast. 40s for the morning, highs in the 60s, so much cooler, a little bit of movement to the air. It was looking windier before. I'm not sure how windy or gusty it will be, but certainly at least a little breezy at times, and lots of sunshine. Morning lows Friday, by the way, could brush the upper 30s. That will be our coldest morning north of the lake, and 40 south. This is not a freeze, but you might want to think, especially farther north, keep an eye on that forecast for Friday morning for frost conditions, which may be possible. I have upper 30s right now, just out of the frost range, but we'll keep an eye on those models and see whether that goes down a couple degrees. About 37 and below is where you can start to get frost if you have the other conditions, including light or calm winds. 7-day forecast, again, really holiday-like for Thursday, Thanksgiving this year. Our average high right now is 69, so we're above that, then dipping a little below that, and then by next weekend we're looking at 70s, and by Sunday and Monday, a week out, we may have a decent chance of a few more scattered showers that could help with the drought.